All the files we need for our project are stored in the asset browser, and each and every of them are in their own categories like characters, environments, objects, backgrounds, and there is another type called collection, which is the combination of these four. If we want to add a character into the scene, we can just click on it and then click on the environment. The character will be on the same position as you click on the environment. If we want to search for a name in the environment, we can search for that. We have two search types, and one is starts with, which looks for the beginning of the name, and in that case there is no name starting with tree. Or we can use the second method in which our phrase like tree can be in the middle of the name. And at the moment we can get everything that has the name tree in the middle, and then we can easily load them. But for instance, if you want to search with the beginning, we can search for VIL as village and then search for the village cloud. And in each of these categories we can again have another subcategories. Like in characters we can have the category of, let's say, my category, and then press create. And with combining Control key on the keyboard and click, and then we can combine in different categories. And then we have my category and temp. Then we can take it back to temp and delete that category. Categories will help us to have our own specific groups depending on the project. Sometimes a large number of objects can be loaded all together. For instance, this object belongs to this character, which is always linked to it, to the head. Therefore, we always need to have this object with the character when we want to load it. Therefore, we load these two and then save them as a collection called, let's say, my collection. Then every time we want to load it, the program offers are that these two assets included in the file, which one do you want to merge? Then we can choose both and then click merge. Then we will get them both together, and the link is valid for both. Now we can save everything into one collection. For instance, this character and this tree, we can save them all together and call them call O2 and save them. And let's see what happens. Yeah, every time we load it, tree, character and the object all come together. All the environments we save in a project are saved as a collection in background. So we can load the background as a whole, as you can see here. Also, sometimes we need to make some changes in this background, like scaling or moving or adding more trees or this fence here, and take this new background as a whole into another background. And all the environment in this scene can be considered as a new background and be saved. And then we call it new background. So the new background has some modification and new objects. And then again and again we can make new backgrounds from the combination of the previous backgrounds. If we want to remove one object completely from the whole project, then we keep the shift button and click on them. And we should be really careful, because this is not something you can return. You can reverse it. But not everyone has this permission, have access to this. So you can define who can do this control. So the admin of the project can give this permission to these different users to be able to delete an asset. And as I told, if we want to move an asset from a category to another category, then we press Ctrl plus click. Yeah, hold the control and click on the thumbnail. Yeah, this is all about Asset Browser.